Where you at, Berto?
I made this shit look too easy.
There once was a time where dating felt like it had some type of rhythm to it. You'd enter high school, get your first real crush by like maybe 9th, bag your first real girlfriend in 10th or 11th grade. And not too long after, you get your first real heartbreak that's the type that leaves you up till 3 o'clock in the morning every night. Staring at the ceiling, replaying everything in your mind you wish you could have said. And then some of y'all end up going to college. Maybe you have 1 or 2 flings here and there that actually felt like they meant something to you. And believe it or not, by the time you hit like your mid-20s, the idea of settling down is no longer a prison sentence, but actually a goal. There was never any real rules to this whole dating thing, but I felt like there was some unspoken mutual respect. There was this mutual understanding that eventually you'll find one person and build something real with. And it wasn't weird by your late 20s if you've only been in like 3 or 4 relationships. If anything, some people would actually consider that to be a lot. But now, shit, it feels like everyone's out here catching bodies like they're playing Pokemon. How many can I get? We gotta catch them all. It feels like everybody's chasing experience over connection. Sex is the new currency. And the ones that are giving it away like coupons at the goddamn supermarket, they getting glorified for it. I ain't gonna lie, man. We gotta call a spade a spade. There's some women out here that are being rewarded for being hoes. Trying to mask that shit as empowering and free. Hypersexualization got validated for some reason and sold the lie that is now liberation. When really, if we break it down, it's just a different type of leash. And I'm not saying niggas are saints either. I mean, there's always been some level of a double standard when it came to that conversation. A lot of guys would sleep around and wear that shit on their chest like a badge of honor, like they gonna end up in the Hall of Fame of getting coochie. Where for a long time, if women did the same, they would get labeled and shamed. So the double standard was always there. But I gotta get on my niggas too, because now it feels like guys have given up on relationships entirely. And it's because the game feels rigged. Because I don't know what the hell's been going on in the past 3 to 4 years, but we see these toxic alpha male podcasts where everybody's seeming to push the narrative where you need to lie, manipulate, and just do whatever you want to women, and then after you get what you want, you just dip. What the fuck is going on? I've literally heard some of these red pill losers say things like love will make you weak, that caring for somebody makes you a simp. So when you're really taking that into consideration, it's really no surprise why guys are acting the way they do. The influences are all fucked up. But if that wasn't enough, the goddamn media is going off the rails. Like, I've always known the saying that sex sells, but goddamn it, they're not even trying to hide that shit no more, bruh. Even these multi-million-dollar companies are throwing sex in our face. I was reacting to a video the other day on my Berto 2 channel, and I came across this goddamn sandwich ad that was literally soft corn.
He unwraps all 8 inches. She can't believe how hot it is.
Oh my
Steam
God.
begins to circle both of them.
This Jimmy John's? Hell nah. Like, damn, bro, I was just interested in lunch. I wasn't looking for lust. And we all know the music industry is fucked, but it's only getting worse. I can't even listen to female artists anymore. Like, there was a time where I could actually turn on some female music and nod my head and be like, oh, this girl's hard, you know, she's actually talented. But every female artist, they talking about lick this, fuck that, suck that. Jesus Christ, I can't even sing along. The Sexy Reds and Megan Thee Stallions of today, man. Y'all got it. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and cap like male rappers haven't been degrading women in music for years, but holy shit, it looks like y'all are coming for your get back. Their lyrics so goddamn nasty, they making these male rappers sound like chore boys. The point that I'm really trying to get to here is when you start to normalize this behavior, it devalues everything. And that's exactly what has happened to relationships. Disposable. Casual. When the priority used to be about building a foundation, now it's all about vibes and aesthetic. Post a cute little pic, throw up a soft launch, and then keep everything low key so that when it starts not really working out like that, y'all can break up and just restart the cycle with a different person. It literally feels like people don't date anymore. They just orbit around each other. Even when you look at some of these celebrities, it's like they're all dating the same people. You find somebody, you talk every day, you hook up every week, then get mad if you flirt with somebody else. But the moment anybody asks, what are we? you both fold and it's over. It's so crazy because nobody wants to admit that they have feelings. Nobody wants to act like they want to claim each other. And the reality is because everyone deep down is scared of being hurt. Everyone's scared of looking stupid. Everybody's scared of being played. And when you're looking around in today's culture, it's very easy to feel like that's what's going to happen. So instead, everybody's opting to stay in situationships, fake relationships with real sex, real emotion, real jealousy, but zero accountability. And when they leave your bitch ass for somebody else, you can't even say that they cheated because technically you were never really together anyway. The shit really does suck, man, because on one hand, I'm not over here saying that anybody should be rushing into relationships, but at the same time, there's a difference between, taking your time and then goddamn dragging the talking stage out like you trying to get a college degree or some shit. Like, what the fuck are we studying this long for? I think we know each other. Do we want to vibe or should we go our separate ways? The truth is, I don't think it's that people don't want love anymore. I just think people don't believe in it anymore. People are numb. Ghosting has become normal. It's not uncommon for people to just walk out of your life, leave, and then come back like nothing ever happened.
The talking stage should not be more than a month.
1000% correct, spot on with this. Any guy who is pushing it longer than a month and doesn't want to make it official with you just doesn't want you like that, but he still wants like all the benefits of you, whether it's like hooking up, talking, whatever it is. Every single one of my guy friends that I have, they all knew within a month that they wanted to date their girlfriend. My brother and his ex, he knew within a month that he wanted to date her and immediately asked her out. And even my friends who were talking to a guy and it didn't work out, around the 1 month mark is when they were like, hey, like I just don't see this going anywhere. And for me personally, Mystery Man / Midnight Rain Man made it official in 1 month. Because if you really think about it, 1 month is more than enough time to know if you like someone. Because if you know what you want at 1 month, what makes you think that he doesn't know what he wants at 1 month? Because what do you mean 10-month situationship? No, babe, do not waste almost a year of your life on someone who won't make it official with you.
It's easy to laugh this shit off, but when you really zoom it out, take a step back and look at what's going on, it's sad, bro. Because where does this truly lead? How does the world look 30 years from now with this trajectory? A society full of people who have never really created true bonds, where we are literally replacing intimacy with algorithms of ego. It's becoming normal to be out here and say that you've had sex with over 50 people and have never had a real connection with not even one.
The amount of men that pay to watch me be in a glass cage for 24 hours.
God.
To do what in a glass cage? Well, I'll just be like a zoo animal. They can come if they want to f me, they can f me. If they just want to stare at me, they're welcome to. But I'm going to be tied up in a glass box for a couple of days.
Like, this is, okay. Let's move past the fact that this is absolutely diabolically dumb, right? That's 100%. But what made her think she could actually get away with this? You're going to put yourself in a glass box in somewhere in a public setting and you think that you are just going to be able to get clapped and all the above, whatever people want to do to you in a glass box in your birthday suit? In 2025, it feels like we are a generation of men and women that are building walls so high that when we finally start thinking about looking for love, motherfuckers won't even know how to open the gate. Here's the truth, man. In this culture, they're gonna tell you that if you catch feelings or you feel like you want something real, that you're soft. You're some type of bitch for it. Especially if you're a guy. You tell your homies that you want a girlfriend and they looking at you crazy like you lost your mind or something. People hear that and they start thinking that you say you want to be a stay-at-home dad or something. I'll be honest, I've preached to you guys before that men shouldn't be overly emotional. But that doesn't mean we don't feel. Not being overly emotional just means to stay grounded. Don't let your emotions control you. To break it down into something so simple, when you wake up in the morning and your breath stinks, you need to brush your teeth. And maybe you don't feel like it, but you have to go against your emotions and do it anyway. We don't let our emotions control us. We process them, we learn from them, and then we move with clarity. Because a man who can't control his emotions is a reckless man. But a man that can't express his emotions, that's a hollow man, an unfulfilled man, a man that ends up chasing validation in the wrong places. Because let me ask you something. What's the point of building a legacy if you have nobody to share it with? What are you making all this money for? Just so you can sit in your big ass house in silence? What's the grind worth? So you can die alone with fucking a million unread DMs? Zero connections? I think it's very important as a man that you should want somebody to build with. Somebody that respects your ambition. Somebody that adds peace to your life and not chaos. A woman that you can lead but not control. A teammate, a partner, a future mother to your kids, man. That's not lame. That's purpose. The internet's loud, man, and it can make everybody seem like they're cheating and they're toxic, but I promise you it's not that bad outside in the real world. Because remember this, negativity always trends faster than the truth. Just think about when you're watching the news and the headlines. It tends to always be some bullshit, some negative thing that happened in the world. And that's just how we are in human nature. We are kind of shallow in that way, where we are attracted to drama. Oh, what happened? What's going on? And that's kind of what gets the attention. So don't let the noise trick you into thinking that because there's this thing that's going on in the world, and it's very real. Everything that I've said in this video is true. We are trending in the wrong direction, honestly. But just because there's a lot of bad eggs out there don't mean that there's not good people. There's still solid women and there's still solid guys out there that want the same thing that you do. So the real message of today's video is don't lower your standards just to fit into this weird culture, bro. Don't let instant gratification rob you of long-term fulfillment. Because when you settle, you're not just wasting your time. You are spitting in the face of the version of you that works so hard to get to where you want to be in life. So be patient, be intentional, and never forget that you are working for a relationship that's going to help you build an empire. Not just a moment of pleasure that's going to leave you feeling empty and hollow the very next morning.
Where you at, Berto?